present governor of that fine state joins us right now, Matt Bevin. Governor, what do you think of that? It's an odd choice, but when I stepped back and I started thinking about it, see what Democrats are up to. They wanted to use a conservative state like yours to remind people of how Obamacare worked in your state and how this guy led the effort to make it work in your state. What do you think?
It is an odd choice. I would bet it was not their first choice. It's an interesting one. I will say this, it did not work in this state. I inherited the mess that he unilaterally created. He'll get on there in some measure probably to try to defend his own legacy and explain why it was good, but it has never been good. We added many people to the rolls at a cost that we can't afford even with the subsidies at 90-10, and it won't stay at that. But it has been a disaster. We're down to only 3 carriers, one of whom, Humana, has announced that they are going to remove themselves from all exchanges in the future. That would mean only 2 carriers in our state. And the reality is this. There is currently only 1 carrier in half the counties in Kentucky. Obamacare is failing. It's a disaster. It's financially unsustainable. But the idea that it was ever good for Kentucky is an absolute false canard. We enrolled 450 to 500,000 new people, gave them a card, but we didn't create better health outcomes. We actually didn't give people access to health care. And this idea that we've conflated a Medicaid card, which is an entitlement to health care insurance, is absolutely false. They are 2 different things.
But
that
you know what
said,
I'm getting?
It is unsustainable.
Here's what seems to be weird, though, Governor, is that Republicans do not seem to be in agreement on a replacement vehicle. Maybe that will come. We're getting separate reports from Politico and others that the president will not outline that potential Obamacare replacement in his speech tonight. But we just heard from a number, including Senator Joni Ernst and, of course, Kevin Brady, 2 Republicans, who really don't have a clear sense of what the replacement vehicle will be. That there's agreement on repeal, not so on replace. No, it seems to be repeal and replace at the same time. The reason why I'm even mentioning this is that it was integral to getting this done first before you even address the tax cut thing. I don't know. I see problems. Yeah.
No, I don't, and I'll tell you why. I'm confident that those that I've met with, and I met with Chairman Brady yesterday, as did other governors, both Republican and Democrat. We met at length with him and other members of the House and Senate who are wrestling with this in various committees. The degree to which they are thoughtfully considering every angle from every political perspective, from states that have expanded and those that have not, states like ours where people have come in having been left with something that made in a previous administration. All these angles are being considered. Everyone knows that this is collapsing. Everyone knows that it's failing. Everyone knows that it's unsustainable. And I applaud the Congress, like no time that I'm ever aware of, working with governors who are ultimately responsible for this to make sure we come up with a good solution. I am confident they will not simply repeal without having a thoughtful methodology for moving forward. And that's what we're working toward. There is not a final decision yet, nor will there be immediately, but it will be coming soon, and they're working toward that end.
Yeah, time is the enemy of all, isn't it? All right, Governor, thank you very much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Neil.